Thanks to some feedback from Mr. Goodell himself, I realized that I didn't really show you guys how to pick a text editor and actually find a program in which to write your code in. And I know some of you are probably thinking,
the fuck is his problem?
So I thought I'd go over choosing an IDE and actually creating some file types so you can get started with coding. And the IDE that I use is called Atom. It is built by GitHub. It's one of the main reasons I like it is because I use GitHub all the time and they've made a very, very good product with Atom. I used to use a product called Sublime Text 2, which I have open right here. It's another text editor. Very similar. It also has a package management system where you can install dependencies and different plugins for your editor. I have a lot that are installed in my Atom text editor. I can go over them right now with you. So right here I have the list of packages that I'm using with my text editor. They range from anything like Atom Beautify Time Machine, which plugs you into GitHub, Highlight Selected, Open on GitHub. And so all these are different packages that you can use to make your coding experience easier, make life easier on you. Some of them include shortcuts for certain things like this Emmet plugin. And so what I wanted to show you what to do first is creating a simple index.html page and linking a script.js page to that, and then allowing yourself to see that page in your browser. So let's go over here and go File, New File. And so right now it creates an untitled file, and it's going to save this file as a plain text file to start out as. What we want to do is we want to resave that. We want to save as index.html. Let's save this on my desktop so we can make things easy. So we have an index.html page right now. There's nothing on it. Let's give it an HTML structure, and let's just have one thing in there, just a div with class test, and we have a div that is 400 pixels wide and 400 pixels high. Let's give it an outline so we can see that actual div. 1 pixel solid black. So all we have on our page right now is a square that is 400 pixels wide, 400 pixels high, and it has an outline, a black line around it. Now let's go up here, let's create a new file. Let's save this file as script.js. Saving a file as .js saves it as a JavaScript file, and inside this file you can write JavaScript code. On my script.js, I just want to do a simple document.get element by ID test dot style dot outline equals 1 px solid blue. So let's change our outline when we do something, and actually let's just do that on a click. So let's call a function. Let's call our function test. So here's our function. Let's go back to our script. When we click this div, when we click inside of it, it's going to change the outline of that div. And I actually have to give this div an ID because I called document.getElement by ID. I'm not using document.getElements by class name. So let's give it an ID of test. And the next thing I have to do is I have to link my script to this index.html. So we got a script. Our script source is script.js. Now I don't have to do anything other than that because both my index page is on my desktop and my script.js page is also in that same directory. So all I need to write is source script.js. You can put type text/JavaScript, but that's not required. So what's going to happen? We're going to click on our square and we're going to expect it to turn our outline to turn blue. Now when you go into our browser, what we're going to do is, if you have I'm working in Chrome, type file, colon, and then the path. So this is my users directory. This is the user. I'm on the desktop. and the file is index.html. So let's refresh the page and let's click it. And you see that it changes to blue. And so just like that, that's setting up just a basic HTML file, linking a JavaScript file to that, and then viewing that file in your browser. And then the last thing, obviously, I am doing all of my work here on a Mac. This is actually a MacBook Pro from about 2009. If you're on a PC, what you're gonna want to do is go ahead and pick up about maybe a 3-pound hammer, go to your screen, just bash it in, and then throw it out the window, go down to the Apple Store and buy a Mac. See you guys next video.